guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another episode of our home renovation series. So this time we are talking all about the den, as we like to call it. The ceilings in this room are a lot lower than on the rest of the main floor. It is also the office. It does also have the fireplace, but it's just a really great hangout spot. So I'm so excited to show you around today. I hope you enjoyed those little clips. I know some of you were asking for a little bit more behind the scenes, and I found that it's really hard to think of pulling out my camera every time because I tend to do it in such little increments. I don't really have set apart days of like today I'm working on whatever room. It's more like a couple minutes here and a couple minutes there. It took me a long time to finish painting in this room, and then of course the couch that you saw us put together a bit ago. Oh, I have something in my eye, hang on. The couch that you saw us put together a bit ago, we were waiting on that for a while. We got a really good deal on it, but it took quite a while to get here. So anyway, it was just a process, as almost everything is. And also I feel like a lot of rooms, even after I do these videos, I keep adding things, and just as you live in the space longer, you think of things that you would like in there, or with such a big house to furnish, I have also been just feeling like, like it's so expensive buying everything new. And so especially some decor things and some color and things like that, I'm just adding in kind of as I find them on good deals and things. So anyways, having said all that, I am really excited about this room. I think it feels a million times more homey than it did when we first moved in. It's more my style, and yeah, we'll talk about it more as we go. So if you are new here and have not yet seen my empty home tour video, we moved into this house last summer actually, and this is where my husband grew up in. It's an old farmhouse. So this part of it was built in the late 1700s, and then part of the house was built in the 1800s. So right now we're standing in a part that was built in the 1700s. You'll see the beehive oven and yeah, some more fun things. So anyways, let me show you around. All right, so first thing to your left when you come in the door here is these built-in office cabinets, and these were here when we moved. We kept the color because they're like sprayed on, so it's a really like exact finish. So really all that we did to these cabinets is clean them and add hardware. So I switched out black, I think. We switched out that hardware for these gold knobs I got off of Amazon, and then the poles down here actually we just spray painted. I had ordered some and they didn't fit, and anyway, so we spray painted these. The office chairs then we ordered from Amazon, shockingly enough. And this space gets used on the daily, so definitely a very used space. I'm not sure how long we'll get away without redoing the paint on these, especially the bottom part has a lot of nicks and little scratches and little markups of things and whatever, but we're keeping it like this for now. And it's really, I wouldn't have ever picked this color, but it's not bad, especially with the gold hardware now, and then how we changed the rest of the room. I kind of like it. So moving along. For a little decor here, I just have a little, I think that's some kind of a snake plant actually. And then this print that my sister gave me that I think is from the Daily Grace. Okay, and these are a floor to ceiling cabinet over here, so that's really nice for storage. And then on this side is just this window, and put another one of these little, I'm pretty sure it's a snake plant. I should have looked up the actual name. Just with some of these are actually placemats, but I thought they worked fine in the space. And then coming over this way, have a gold clock on the wall here, and again this is the actual thickness of the wall, which is kind of fun. And moving along further in the room, we have the built-in cabinets on this side, and then the fireplace that you saw me painting earlier. I was really, so we had actually painted this a different color originally, and just ended up not liking it. It was too blue. I had just mixed some different paint colors that we had, and it was just not exactly what I was going for. I really wanted it to have kind of a concrete look. And so what you saw me painting earlier, you saw I had that big bristle, is it called a bristle brush? I don't think it is. I can't remember the name of it. Wow, pregnancy brain is real, you guys. Anyways, I was trying some different like painting techniques and stuff, and I would say, I mean, it basically just looks plain. There's some places you can see some more texture, but it didn't have the effect I was hoping to have. But I like it like this too. It's more sleek than I had originally intended it to be. I also really love that we took the doors off. It makes it feel so much more open and just clean. On the inside, we actually painted, so earlier it was just like smoke stains, I guess you'd call it, up around this area. And so we just painted the whole thing black. I found a paint that can handle heat up to, I think it was like 1200 degrees or something like that. So I think it was intended for grills and stuff. But we went ahead and painted the inside that way. And then this is actually a pot that you can actually cook soup in over the fire if you want. And then back here is the actual beehive oven. So I really want to learn how to make pizzas on there and bread and stuff in there. We have a thermometer that my sister-in-law left here that it's like a laser thermometer, so you can check the temperature and everything. So I'm really hoping to like master that sometime. That would be really fun. We kept the brick. It's kind of this reddish color for now in the bottom. I feel like it adds a little pop of something without being too drastic. The shield here, y'all, my brain is feeling me today, so if I'm calling things the wrong thing, forgive me. But we did get this just off of Amazon. It was super cheap. And then this fireplace we use almost daily. And that takes us to the Firewood Wall, which I love. It adds so much texture and just character to this room. This was a closet that goes a little bit under the stairs going to the guest room. But we took the door out, I painted the inside, and I love this. And it's also just super practical, easy to add to the fire. So, oh, I guess we never went over the mantle. So up here, I'm gonna go backwards, I guess. Just these pots are what you saw me painting earlier with the baking soda and paint. And you probably saw that first I tried baking powder. I got mixed up which one it was supposed to be. Definitely do baking soda if you do this, because the baking powder, it like reacted. It foamed and bubbled, and then it didn't go on near as well. So definitely baking soda next time. And only a couple of these got the baking powder. So anyways, these are the pots that I painted. I love how they turned out. This is just an ivy plant that hopefully at some point will climb on down here, and then that's just a branch from a different plant that I have in the dining room. Some books here, and then these birds you probably saw me show a while back in a thrift haul. I got them from like a bet and dead place, so I just put these little succulents in here. And I don't think I caught this on camera, but you might see some paint splatters on a couple of plants. And y'all, I had a horrible moment when I was painting the fireplace. Somehow, so I had this like tiny little paint can. Thankfully, it was almost empty. I was just finishing up the project, and somehow the thing dropped and must have landed like on the corner and went everywhere. Literally, it went on our brand new sectional. It went on these plants which were sitting down here so I could paint. It went like across over onto the office chair, and like literally all over the room. And I panicked a little bit and got to scrubbing and called in all my help I could get. And anyways, I think we got everything off the couch. Praise the Lord, that was my biggest thing. The rug has a little bit of show and tell about that, but thankfully it is gray, and I'll show you that in a little bit. It has gray in it, and so blends in pretty good. But the plants, they were kind of my last priority with what I was working with, and so some of the leaves have paint on and some leaves I picked off and whatever. They're not too bad, but if you look closely you can definitely see we have some splatters of paint, so that's the story behind those. Moving along though, on this side I have another one of these branches up here, and then more of these pots. This vase I got probably a couple years ago at a thrift store somewhere. Have some more books, and then the pothos, which again hopefully will trail down, so hopefully even in a year this can look a lot fuller with the plants and things, unless I change it around like I tend to do. You know what, let's move around to the rest of the room and then I'll show you the middle. That might be the easiest. This door just goes up to our guest room. If you saw our guest room makeover tour, I don't know, a couple months ago probably, this is the stairs that leads up to it. And then on this side, I'm sorry about the lighting. I know it just wants to focus on windows whenever there's windows around. So I'll stand here and hopefully you can see. I have a big pothos pot here, and then just got tiny command hooks and led these up here just to add, again, a little texture and a little, I don't know, excitement. And then we just have the kids' table with some crayons and paintbrushes and scissors and that kind of thing. They love to work in here as well, and actually often do their schoolwork here also. So I think all that's left is just this little corner with hooks. We just painted those. Just has a bag right now, so that could change. But this is also, this is real close to the front door, so this is nice to leave open for guests' coats and things like that. All right, and the sectional. So this is the sectional we got. I really love how it turned out. It has kind of a linen-y look to it. It was such a good price. I'll link the website down below. It's called Bob's Discount Furniture. I think they're kind of a chain store, but just keep in mind, like, it took probably 2 or 3 months from when we ordered it until it was in, but we're very impressed with the quality. I just have a throw here and then a couple pillows. This is something that's one of those things that likely will get more pillows. I would love to add more pillows and even more throws, just make it really cozy, but it's one of those things I don't really want to go out and spend, you know, hundreds of dollars on stuff when I know that if I just waited a little bit longer I could probably find a good bit of it at thrift stores and yard sales and that kind of thing. So this is where it's at right now, but likely we'll get some more added. So this is the coffee table that I showed you in our Florida tour that I picked up there. I painted the bottom, actually I painted it black first, and then it got ruined in my paint splatter ordeal that I was telling you about. And so I ended up spray painting it this vintage gold then to add a little bit of color down there. And it's super easy. Like this you can just take right off. This is real marble top, so it's really heavy. But aside from that, you can just lift it right off and it's really easy to paint the bottom. So I don't know, that could change as I feel led. Then up here I just have a couple coffee table books that I picked up at a thrift store, and this really cute kind of cement looking planter. And again, I had a different plant on here that I really loved. For some reason it just dried up on me. Like, anyways, the lady at the greenhouse said I should water it once a week, and I think it had been maybe 8 or 9 days, so I guess that did it. I don't know. I was pretty sad because it was really cute, tiny little fine leaves and stuff, but I popped this ivy in here for now. I'm not sure yet. I went back to that greenhouse yesterday in hopes that I could find the same one again, and it seemed they were sold out. So I have this in here for now, along with this just little candle. This is the rug. It is from Rugs USA. I'll try to link it down below. It has a little fringe end, and I wanted something that would go with our colors, but also that you couldn't see dirt as easy with the fireplace. So far we're liking this, other than, so these diamond pieces here are shaggy, and so I've noticed that the vacuum cleaner sometimes doesn't do as good of a job because there's so much height difference, but it's really cool to look at and not too bad for cleaning, so we're liking it. And then up here, you can see what I was talking about with the ceiling boards. And this light fixture, I think is just from Overstock. It's been a while since we got it, but it was really dark in here before, and we wanted something that would add a lot of light but not be too low down because it is a very low ceiling. And that wraps up our den slash office slash fireplace room tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye guys.